Hi, I'm Kenneth Wajda. I'm a professional photographer here in Colorado, and welcome to another one of my photography talks. Today I want to talk about a photograph, specifically a photograph of Doris. And I don't really know Doris, but I remember her name because it's my mother's name. And Doris, when I was walking around the Pearl Street Mall in Boulder one day doing street, looking for moments, looking for stories, this woman was dressed to the nines, sitting on a bench, and I approached her and I asked her, "You look like the most well-dressed person out here. May I photograph you?" And she said, "Sure." And I said, "I'll send it to you." And I shot her with film, and there is nothing like connecting with somebody who recognized, "Are you shooting with film?" And I said, "Yeah." And she said, I think she said she was 90 years old, and she said she doesn't photograph well. And I said, "Well, I'll do the photographing, and I know that I can create an image that will be very pleasing and that you'll like." And I photographed her and I sent it to her, and she did like it. And it was one of those things where it didn't take very much to get permission. It just took to ask. And she was the most photogenic person on that mall. And a lot of times I think older people don't get much attention. Not that that's why I stopped. I stopped because she really caught my eye. But I know I was working on a documentary project once for a client, and there was an older gentleman who said, "When I was younger, I could walk down that Pearl Street Mall and people would look at me and people would say hello to me, and we would just at least acknowledge each other and say hello sometimes get into conversations. But that doesn't happen anymore. Now, as I got older, I become invisible. It's like we don't like the elderly here, and the elderly are almost like the potted plant in the corner. They don't really need to have any attention, and we don't give them any. And I don't know if she felt that at all, but I've met other older people who've said it's an honor to have somebody want to take my photograph. And if you're looking to connect to somebody, if they really genuinely grab your interest and you say, "I want to photograph them," ask them. You may be making their day. You may make a photograph that they'll cherish in their family for generations, all because you took that time. I took that time to stop and say, "Hi, can I photograph you?" And I wrote her back and I said, I really do think you were like the Belle of the mall at the Pearl Street Mall that day. And she appreciated my compliment, and she got a photograph, and I was glad to be able to give it to her. And I sent it to her online, and then I made a print and I actually sent that to her too. Because it's important. Photographs are real. And that moment was captured. She was actually just sitting waiting for her daughter who was shopping, and she didn't want to keep walking. And I was like, "That's perfect. We'll just photograph you right here." It was a perfect lighting for a person sitting in the shade under the trees in the Pearl Street Mall. So again, photographs are where you find them. Ask, and you'll get permission often, and it's why this photograph exists. And I'll put a link to it below so you can see it. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below, and if you're enjoying these, hit the subscribe button and I'll bring you some more. Thanks so much for watching.